Greetings, family.
Shalom,
this is
family.
my husband, Kenny.
This is my wife, Dawn.
And we are the coaches at Relationship Restoration Coaching Services. And we are so happy to be with you once again and just kind of, bring you into our topic of conversation today. So today we were, going down memory lane and just reminiscing on how things were when we gave ourselves to the Most High, and a little bit about what was going on, and we got like maybe a little bit of nuggets we want to just give you all. So anyway, Kenny, go on and tell your story.
Well, just to give you a little bit of background about myself, I lost my mother when I was 25. I had just given myself to God at the time, and from there, my relationship with the Most High or God at the time was kind of rough. It was really rough, but along the walk, things did start to get a little easier, but I was still holding on to the traditions that my family had because of, my bond that we had over Thanksgiving, the bond that we had over Christmas. And those were holidays that I felt like I needed to hold on to because at the end of the day, this is what we did when I was growing up. Mm-hmm. And this was really a really like touchy subject for me. Mm-hmm. The reason why we're bringing this up now is because sometimes you have family members that celebrate certain holidays, and you have even your spouse. Your spouse might want to celebrate Christmas. They might want to celebrate Thanksgiving. And, being in the truth now, we realize that those holidays aren't the holidays for us. Right. So just to let you know, for me, I struggle with it. I struggle with getting like those holidays out of my system because of what they meant to me. And for the most part, Dawn, she was like, look, man, you need to come on. You need to stop playing. You know that the Most High, he's not, these are not the holidays for us. Certain things went on during them holidays, so we really shouldn't be celebrating them anyway. And I'm like, well, babe, my mom did it. My grandmother did it. This is what we did. This is what we do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We do. We do these holidays. And what ended up happening was she would get mad. She'd be, I'm tired of being, I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of doing that, so forth and so on. I was like, babe, you got to realize that these holidays are for me. This is what it is that I want to do. And basically, in so many words, she had to respect that. Mm-hmm. And she said, you know what? I'm just going to leave you in the hands of the Most High.
Yeah.
And that's what she did. She left me in the hands of the Most High. And as the years started going by, trying to rush out there on Black Friday buying gifts. I try to rush out there to get the turkey and just everything. And then it started to dawn on me. Every year, I would spend all of this money. And then in January, I was broke. And I was mad. So I'm like, okay, why is it that I'm mad? I did everything that I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. I got my kids all these gifts. I had all the foods and the celebration that I wanted to have. And then it finally dawned on me, the tradition of family is perfect. Mm-hmm. It's great. Mm-hmm. You are supposed to spend time with your family. You are supposed to build those memories. You can't really build your memories around the time that the world is trying to profit off of you and your heart for your family. Mm-hmm. Because what happens is it ends up having you, holding you hostage. Yeah. It holds you hostage. It puts you in a place to where you're struggling financially, you're trying to meet these goals that all your children want. It's like, for me, it was like, man, mm-hmm. I don't have this, I don't have that, and then I was still miserable. I was still miserable trying to do all of these things. Mm-hmm. And then y'all told me, he was like, well, you can do everything you want to do all year long. Why do you gotta wait for a certain day to be able to present your family with the things that you want them to have? I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Why I have to wait for a certain day to show my love for my family when I show love for them all year long?
Right.
And
Yeah.
ultimately, it also dawned on me, like, at the end of the day, as long as your family has what they need and you have what you need as far as being satisfied with being able to provide for your family, that's all you really need. I mean,
Yeah. And now you hear Kenny's story, and so I have to go back and talk about where I was in the beginning. And where I was just, even though I was trying to do things for the Most High, and it started out being Christianity, and then I would say back in 2012 I woke up to who I was, and that's when I was like, no, we can't do this, we can't do these holidays, we got to keep Torah, and even with keeping Torah, like, let's be real, I kind of struggled with that, because I was like, how are we going to keep all of these laws and things like that? But then over time revelation came. But my stance and how I was towards him was not of Yah either. I had to realize that instead of me like barking and barking and barking at my husband, I needed to give him just the amount of time that I had. You know what I mean? Like, the Most High dealt with me on a personal, level about what it was he wanted me to do and how he wanted me to do it. And so I had to realize in that moment that my husband is still an individual.
Yeah.
He still has a life. He still had a past. He still, had things that happened in his childhood, that may be different than me. It was a little easier for me to let go of holidays because of how my mother was. My mother was like darn as pagan, like even as a child. So that was a little easier for me. However, there were other things like, how to eat being one. It was different things like that was harder for me, but even in that, I had to realize that the Most High is a father. And, I'm my husband's wife, not his mother.
Yeah.
So I had to give him the opportunity to hear Yah for himself. He gave me the freedom to be who I was. He gave me the freedom to worship Yah the way I worshiped him. He gave me the freedom to do what I did. Now, I wanted him with me. It felt a little lonely. However, he still loved me, and I owed it to him to love him. And so, so this kind of conversation kind of evolved into the fact that we've been hearing a lot about marriages splitting over this, and, people wanting to divorce because maybe one spouse is still in Christianity, the other one's not. One spouse is, in the truth, the other one is altogether unbeliever. Yeah. But then when you ask them questions about their marriage, they have a pretty good marriage. And so, I say all that to say, we have to allow the Most High to be Father in each of our lives individually. Yes. We have to allow him. One thing I remember, I was going to Yah, and I was like, Yah, you got a whole lot of, mandates for me. And, it's some things you want me to do. You want me to stand up right. You want me to do this. You want me to do that. And it just seemed like my husband do whatever he wants to do. However way he wants to do it, he just get by. He could just be however way he want to be. And the Most High told me, mind your business. He said, that's my son, and I would deal with him. What I didn't know is that Yah was dealing with him. Yeah. And he just hadn't shared it. Because, see, I'm thinking, like me, I get excited. And I'm like, guess what y'all said? And I get real excited about that, right? Mm-hmm. But my husband's not like that. And most men are not. No. And most men Well, they know what they got to do, but they need time to process. It's like I'm still processing that. And we have to give them that space. Likewise, husbands with wives. If the roles are reversed and say the husband is the one who is, gung ho for the Most High, right? And the wife might be kind of on the sideline. Pray for her, encourage her, love her.
Yeah.
Let your life be an example to her. Let her have a reason to want to serve your Elohim.
Absolutely.
You can't be talking about, serve my God, serve my Elohim, serve Yah is good, but then, you stripping your woman down.
You don't have patience.
You don't have patience for her. You're not loving on her. You have all of these demands, but where's the encouragement?
Yeah.
So it goes both ways. And even as women, I can't be like, you need to get it together, bro. You need to, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not loving him and caring for him and praying for him. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And just to let y'all know, Yah did deal with me. He told me that, like I said earlier, that the traditions that are in your family, they can stay in your family. They just have a different place as far as the year and the calendar is concerned. But the same love is the same love.
That's right.
And what my wife did for me was she gave me the opportunity to come to that understanding on my own. Mm-hmm. And when I was ready, she was there waiting with open arms. Yeah. But she gave me the time to process. Mm-hmm. She gave me the time to mourn, because it kind of felt like a death to me. Mm-hmm. But that was only because of the tradition and what it meant to me. Mm-hmm. And he's a father. Yeah, that's who he is. That's what he is to us. He's our father, and he gives us the time that we need. Well, he slowly nudges us into the right direction, and he gives us the opportunity to get there on our own. Mm-hmm. And I just got to thank him, and I got to praise him, because at the end of the day, what I have now is far greater than I could have ever had expected. Because it's like, now my finances is right. Now my children they're excellent. I got 3 children in college now. It's like me giving up the things that I desire and loving him and allowing him to love me put me in position to receive his blessings. Mm-hmm. That's what it put me in, because what he's done for me, what he's doing for me, is far more exceedingly and abundant than I could ever have thought. Yeah. It's just like, wow. And that's just, and he was patient with me.
Yes. And can I interject on that? The other thing is, I think it's very important that we don't fold either, because I could have just been like, well, you don't believe how I believe, and even though I know the Most High was dealing with me, but I could have completely disregarded everything that the Most High said to me. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then just, folded and just, said, okay, I'm going to just do what you're going to do. And that would have put us in a bad position too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so those who are strong in faith at the moment, because I always believe, you may have one that's stronger than the other for a moment, just for a moment. Yeah. You can't be prideful and be like, oh, I'm the strong one. No, it may be for the moment, and that's okay. Yeah. But it's important to stand and to always stand for what's righteous. Yeah. Because there's no failure in Yah.
No, there isn't. Even if it's uncomfortable.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, it's there to shape and to mold you into better husbands, better wives, better fathers, better just grandfathers. However, whatever relationships you have, it puts you in a better position to be able to really enjoy those relationships.
Yes, yes. So, family, we are really excited about what y'all's doing, and we thank you very much for tuning in with us and just being a part of our snippet of a conversation. But if you enjoyed this video, feel free to share the video or also to like it and even send some comments. We kind of want to know what your thoughts are. We're on Facebook at Relationship Restoration Coaching Services LLC. You'll find us on Facebook. We're also on Instagram, relationship_coaches. You'll find us there. And you can email us at rrcoach@outlook.com. That's rrcoach@outlook.com. And we look forward to hearing from you.
And if you guys have any questions or even any personal concerns of your own, we would love to be able to, this dialogue and look over, the things that, you guys are talking about out there in the community.
Absolutely. If you want us to cover any topics or you have a question that you want us to talk about, let us know, because that gives us, a good idea of what's on your mind.
Yes.
So thank you once again, you all, and we'll follow up with you next week. Shalom.